Hi everyone, welcome to I Make Stuff. Christmas is over and I can actually finally share this project with you. This project is actually going to be my husband's Christmas present. It is a top-loading shadow box that I'm going to be using to store all of our wine corks in it. We started to drink a little bit of wine in the house, so he started to put all of the wine corks in this cookie jar, and I actually would love some cookies in the house, so I bought a shadow box so that we can store them in now. So all we need for this project is actually a shadow box. I bought this off of Michael's for about $12. It was 60% off right before the holidays, so always wait for deals because I believe this was like $25 to $30. And I'm also going to be using my Silhouette Cameo and Oracal adhesive in silver. So the silver is going to go nice and stand out against the shadow box. So I already have my design planned out. I'm going to cut the design and then apply it straight to the glass. Very, very easy project this time. Now that the vinyl has cut, we're going to take my tweezers and just weed out parts that I don't want. If your cut settings were correct for your Cameo, this should be really, really easy to pull off. Oops. So my letter came out, but it should be easy to just put back. Alright. So let's remove the parts I don't want. So here's my design, and what I'm going to do to prepare it to transfer, I'm going to just cut this out. So it'll be easier to work with. Put this to the side. So to change it up this week, I decided to not use my transfer tape that I normally have been using for all of my other projects. I decided to use something that's cheaper. It's called a shelf liner. It's a Magic Cover shelf liner. It goes for $1 at the Dollar Tree. And this is great if you want a low-cost, one-time use transfer tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly measure it. So as I mentioned, this is just one-time use. I found that if I tried to use this over and over again, it doesn't really work well. So it's great if you're in a bind and you ran out of transfer tape and you needed something really quick. So I have a nice sheet. I use this transfer tape whenever I decide to do a quick project just like this. My transfer tape is pretty expensive and I really don't like using it if I don't have to. I also try to reuse it as much as I can. So with this transfer tape, I have noticed that there are times where it will just be really hard to pick up your vinyl. So when you're using this, you have to be really, really careful when you're trying to peel it off. So you can see here, it doesn't really stick all of the letters. And that's a downside to using this kind of shelf liner. It does take a little bit longer to apply your vinyl. But like I said, I use it only really for small projects or quick projects. So it doesn't really bother me that much. So it does its job when I need it to. Here we go. Our vinyl is off of the backing sheet. We're going to put that to the side. Now what I'm going to do is carefully apply the vinyl to the glass. I have already wiped it down but you want to make sure that you don't have any dust or oil on the bottom, just to help it stick, as well as you want to avoid all of the bubbles. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this as a guide to make sure I have everything centered, and then push it down. So my O is a little off, and luckily for me is that with this type of vinyl, it doesn't stick on right away. It still takes about 72 hours to cure onto your surface. So if you make a little mistake, if you act quickly, you can take your tweezers and peel it up a little bit and just reapply. So I'm going to eyeball this really quick. So there you go, all fixed. So after I put the vinyl on, I decided to rip off the backing that it came with, and I noticed that it is a like tan color, and I didn't like it because the vinyl doesn't stick out as much. So I have a 12 by 12 sheet of black paper that I'm going to put inside as the background. So I'm going to use regular double-sided tape just to tape it onto the back. So this is it. This is the final product. This was a very easy project. It took me about 30 minutes to make. I made this for my husband, as I mentioned before, for Christmas, and I know that he'll actually really appreciate it, and I know he would love to see it collect more and more cork as the year goes on. If you like what you see, please let me know below. Comment with a wine emoji if you're interested. You can also subscribe, as well as hit the little notification button for more projects like this in the new year. With that, Happy New Year, everybody, and I'll see you guys in 2018.